Welcome back. This time I am sun gazing, feeding the monks, hanging out with my Tiger Buddhist friends, being blown away by Buddhist gods, bowing to a higher power, observing things that were once alive in the morning market, and getting absolutely blissed out along the banks of the Mekong Delta River. I am in Luang Prabang Laos for another Stu's Amazing Race. This is a fun run adventure with a difference. Join me now as we soak up the sights and sounds of magical Luang Prabang Laos. Well, good morning and hello. Welcome back to the channel, Stu's Amazing Race. We have a special film today. So I'm standing here on the top of Phousi Hill, which is the temple, the Wat, that overlooks all of Luang Prabang Laos. It is absolutely gorgeous. I came up here a little bit earlier for sunrise, and you've probably already seen some of those little teaser footage there of the arm ceremony. So what we're going to do in this little fun run of Laos, Luang Prabang, we're going to do a quick highlights tour of the old town. Now, I'm specifically making this film for the customers of our yoga studio, Western Wellness, back in Australia, who are going to be joining us on our Giving is Living yoga retreat series that we're running here in Luang Prabang, Laos. It's a very special program. We have a partnership. We support the Luang Prabang Orphanage Nursery school, and we're bringing our yoga customers here to engage in the local culture and to also directly contribute and donate their hard-earned money, of course, to the cause of the orphanage school. So it's a very magical experience. So you'll probably hear me reference that throughout the film today. It's not a sales pitch. It's just very simply something that we're very passionate about supporting here, the children of Laos. So we're going to start the tour around the beautiful Luang Prabang. It is a rich cultural capital. This used to be the capital of the Luang Prabang province. It's also where the royal family were based. We'll have a look at that. We'll have a look at the confluence of the Nam Cam and the Mekong Delta River. It is all gorgeous, but it's a very quiet spot up here on the top of Phousi Hill, overlooking all of Luang Prabang, and it's also quite busy. So without further ado, should we go for a little trot through the magical kingdom of Luang Prabang, Laos? Absolutely gorgeous view here over. This is the, in fact, we can see the confluence of the rivers right now because we can see the two rivers. Here's the Mekong Delta. The mighty Mekong, of course, it is the heart, the mother heart of Asia. Indochina, of course, where we are. Over here is the Nam Cam River. So this is where the Nam Cam, I think probably pronouncing it incorrectly, it doesn't matter. Anyways, this is the confluence of where the two rivers will come together, and it's just a magical place. It is a magical place surrounded by beautiful water. Okay, so we'll get a shot of the Wat, the temple that I'm standing at now. When we get down onto the ground, it's very hard to get it vertically up here. So let's make our way down. It's an amazing little hill climb coming up Phousi Hill. So one of the biggest tourist attractions here in Luang Prabang is to walk up the hill, which overlooks all of town, and get the view, the vista. Check out my meditating Buddhist friends. Have a look at this. It does kind of remind me of the Tiger Temple in, but let's head down the hill. Now this is a pretty special little stairway. It's also rather steep. Of course, we will be going for a bit of a jog as we head around to some of these locations. It's more of a walking video than a running video today on the channel. But anyways, hey, if you're new, like and subscribe and share. Help us out. So early this morning we were seeing the arm ceremony, and that was just absolutely amazing. It's a daily occurrence here in Luang Prabang, and of course you wouldn't have a Wat temple without stupas. Stupas, of course, being the sacred point of consciousness. Here we go. And of course, for those that partake or favourable to the Buddhist way of life, which of course us yogis tend to do so, given our belief systems are pretty much brother and sister. It's just such a beautiful, rich energy here in Luang Prabang. It's just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. You can feel the eightfold path unraveling for you every breath you take. That sounds a bit esoteric and ultra spiritual, but anyways, check out the Sleeping Buddha. I might take a seat here for a moment. So hang out with my friends. One of the beautiful things about the retreat that we're doing here, the Giving is Living retreat, and no, this is not a sales pitch, I'm just explaining what we're doing, is we're going to spend time with the local Buddhist monks and learn and take some lectures from them and do some guided meditation with them. It's going to be lots of fun. So when in Rome, you just embrace the love. That's what you got to do. You just got to embrace the love. Now, I probably already mentioned that fact, but anyways, let's continue down the hill. Let's see where we end up. It just keeps getting better. It really does. I've really done this hill walk very well. So attached to the side of the Phousi Hill here, there is several wats. You'll see a really big one that will pass on the way out. So it's not just a tourist playground. People like me, monks do live here on the side of the hill. We're doing some caving. Wow. You don't want to be 6 foot tall, but anyways, this does remind me of Jesus' temple, but in a slightly Buddhist way. Then again, Jesus was a Buddhist, wasn't he? Slightly controversial. Here we go. Here's Buddha. Well, Sakaguru. I do get the feeling he's looking at me. Just saying. Let's take a moment of silent reflection. Anytime we get to do Stu's Amazing Race Fun Run, we always need a little bit of meditation in there. That was just magical. Always is, always will be. All right, here we go. Okay, if you're under 6 foot. Okay. Should we go and check out Buddha's footprint? Pretty sure Buddha did pass away in magical India. You can't say India without saying magical first. So I don't know what his footprint's doing over here. Maybe he blessed. Oh, we've got stupas. Stupa, look out. Signs of channeled wisdom. Connection to consciousness. All right. Okay. Don't know what you're capturing, but we're going to try and get it. There we go. Buddha's footprint. That's my hand. It's fair to say I think Buddha had really big feet. I hope you washed them. Bad dad jokes. All right, the morning is young. Let's head down the hill. I'm actually a bit lost. As in life, there's many paths to take down the down Phousi Hill here. You can go down 3 different ways. Takes you to different parts. Yep, no doubting what time it is. And of course there was monks' living quarters back up there, which we walked past before. So it's very much a working temple. It's a working Buddhist temple everywhere. Let's have a look. Absolutely gorgeous. I am very partial to the Buddhist architecture, and particularly the Indochina, Southeast Asia Buddhist architecture has a very particular vibe. It really does. Obviously, when you compare things like Japanese and Chinese Buddhism, the architecture is, it's a little bit different. But I really do love that Southeast Asia, the Thai, Vietnamese, Lao architecture. Obviously, there's a European French influence with its own unique twist. The way they do the ceilings and the little architrave type things. I don't know what the names are, but here we go. There's a bit of expansion happening. Okay, so let's head back through the main street of town, and we'll go down and have a look at these, get a little close up at these rivers. We'll see what's down there. And just as I walk out here, we've got the beautiful French colonial architecture. So of course the Luang Prabang is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The French colonial buildings here, absolutely magical. It's still only just gone 7 in the morning, so everything's kind of shut up, so to speak. But apart from a couple of cafes are opening up and serving breakfast for the locals, mainly the tourists. but it is just absolutely gorgeous. As I say, very much like Vietnam, where the French have had influence as well, but you will love it when you come here, and you need to come here. Okay, let's run down the hill. Good to see I'm not the only runner out this morning. Excellent. Okay, here we go. This is the Nam Camp. And it is just to die for. It absolutely is. A beautiful Southeast Asian, Indochina sunrise. Now, because it's European, you do get lots of ice cream. So for those ice cream lovers, you will not miss out. But just look at the scene. Can you feel the serenity? It's look, it's a close runner-up, a very close runner-up to Bonnie Doon in Victoria. The Serenity, Bonnie Doon, you know, the castle. Admittedly, only Australians over the age of about 40 will respect that joke. Oh, I can see a sun coming up over the hill, over the trees, I should say. So various types of accommodation and guest houses all along the strip here. Now, check out this for a breakfast table. Somebody does not get much better than that. I'm assuming it's associated with that guest house. And we've got a rooster. Why did the rooster cross the road? Because it could. That's the law of free will. That's the law of karma. That is yoga. Small advertorial there for yoga, by the way. Okay, let's start this little narration about Western wellness and the children of Laos. The Luang Prabang Orphanage Nursery School. So my wife deserves all the credit. She is the one that started this for us. Both of us as a family have been keen to support something for quite some time. Never really found anything that really gelled. Some of the you may know I'm a recovered alcoholic, and mental health is something I'm passionate about, and we did seriously consider doing something for Beyond Blue and Lifeline in Australia, but yeah, it just for a reason I'll come to in a minute, didn't really decide to do that. There's administration involved and lots of money and politics and committees and all sorts of crap. Anyways, Dan came across a blog which talked about the orphanage here in Luang Prabang, and that just resonated with her. And as parents, you know, helping children out, it's a no-brainer. It's easy. The compassion, well, compassionate anyways, but it really just talked to our heart. So what we did here is Dan made an approach, and we started making some donations, and we fund the I'll probably put the pictures into this little vlog. We fund a milk and shoes program at the moment, which is where we help the children that are malnourished get high fat rich content milk to help their stomach and their digestive systems develop, which is really important when you're young. And we do that program as well as shoes. So what we wanted to do, we came here about 4 weeks ago, Christmas time, as a family for our holiday, but mainly to see the orphanage and to meet Andrew Brown, the founder of the orphanage, who's an Australian. And so we got an immersive site tour and had a good look around the place. I'll probably have some footage of that maybe in this little film here. And so, you know, it really captured our heart, and we asked, well, how else can we help? What else can we do? And it was very clear that they needed more help. And supporting the children, it costs around $2,000 US to support a child at the nursery school per year, $2,000 US, so, you know, 2,800 or something, no, 2,600 I think Australian. You know, not a huge amount. It would cost 50 times that potentially to support a child at a nursery school in Melbourne, where I'm from. So anyways, we thought, how can we best support the people here? How can we raise money? And there's many ways you can do that. And we thought, well, the best thing to do is, you know, it's a bit like teaching people to fish for themselves. They become self-sustainable. We thought, well, it's not just about my wife and I doing all the heavy lifting in terms of just donating as much revenue as we can. I mean, yes, you could do that, but it's always better when you get a group of people together to support. So what we've decided to do is run a retreat series here, which we've got booked for January next year, and we're going to bring our customers, our beautiful people, hopefully the people that are watching this film right now, bring you over here for an immersive experience, see the orphanage, meet the children. And more importantly for us, this is going to sound a bit commercial, but when we donate, we don't want to donate and have all the money just sucked up by administration fees and admin and committees and politics and all that sort of BS. We know exactly where our money is going. We physically see it. We've seen it. You've seen it here. And that's really important. So maybe that's a control thing, I don't know, but you know, we can ensure that the money is going to the people that actually need it. It's not getting lost and wasted in malarkey. There's a funny term for you. Okay, so that's a bit about that. Let's continue this little run through the beautiful Nam Cam. It's all kicking off here. The day is beginning, and of course we're coming into the warm season, so it will be warm. And we've got ourselves another wat. Just so pretty. So pretty. Somebody possibly don't really want to interrupt the monks whilst they have their breakfast after walking around town doing the arm ceremony. I think there's at least 8, I've lost count, there's at least 8 major wats temples here in Luang Prabang. All of them are just outdo each other for their gorgeousness, and this is no exception. We bow together, we acknowledge Gautama Siddhartha Buddha and the teachings of the Eightfold Path. The law of karma is the teaching of the Dharma, which of course is the same for Buddhism. Just look at this architecture. For yoga, I was about to say, yoga. Same thing, law of karma. Right, better go back and pick my shoes up. Yeah, I left the back of the temple. If you thought that was gorgeous and beautiful, wait to see what we've got over here. Breathtaking. Absolutely breathtaking. Just really speechless, you know. Just such a serene place. Serenity. And of course, 1980, here is the drum, the call to action. Lovely. So we're in the southern part of town now. I'm just going to head back north as this beautiful Indochina rising sun blesses us for another magical day here in the Orient. Okay, well, Indochina. Let's continue on down. This is Main Street, where they do the night market, of course, where they do the arms ceremony that we filmed earlier this morning. All the action happens down here. Wouldn't be Indochina without a hipster French bicycle. Insert your kale here. Okay, we're nearly close to the next locale I want to show you. So as I said earlier, for those that come and join us in the Giving is Living retreat, we're going to spend an afternoon having a bit of a discourse with some local monks or ex-monks, and it's just down here. So this is an organisation called the I think it's the Orange Road Tour, and it is amazing. I did do this a few weeks back with my family at Christmas time, and we come and get a discourse about monk life, how it all works, introductory concepts to Buddhism, and then we get to do some meditation work here in the most gorgeous wat. I recognise this dog, at least my son will. When we were here at Christmas time, Hugo, my son, was quite entertained by that pooch. And that was kind of good because Mum and I were having some fun learning about the beautiful rich culture of monk life. And then we come into here and we did our guided meditation there in the temple. So that's part of the program if you join us on the Giving is Living Yoga Retreat. And yes, this is a paid sponsored ad by me. Rather cute French sidecars there. Just this shot here is magical. The old roof looking up to Phousi Hill, the French colonial architecture. You certainly don't go hungry here in Luang Prabang. There are food options galore, as well as massage options galore. After a hard day relaxing or walking or whatever, get your feet or your back rubbed, it's great. Now it is closed right now, so let's see if I can peek over the wall. And it is absolutely to die for. It's a must-see. I spent a bit of time there yesterday. You get to see how the royal family lived back in the day. They were deposed in 1975. And then communism took over. So Wikipedia, the history on that. But this is a typical morning scene here at Luang Prabang. Now it's going to do something administrative now, because I don't want to get 4,000 years bad luck, bad karma. When I came here early this morning to get the sunrise, the place was all shut down. It was opening. It was supposed to open at 6, and there was no one here, so we kind of broke in. So I'm going to go and pay the registration fee. Do the job right. Oh, it's easy, mate. It's easy.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, yeah. It took me 3 minutes.
I had surgery on my ankle 4 months ago, so I gotta put a brace on.
You'll be alright. It is literally only 5 minutes.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
okay.
And it's not that steep.
Okay.
Oh, ticket. Oh, change.
I take your ticket. Okay.
Cupcha. Yeah, probably need to forget the remember the change. That would be important, wouldn't it? Wait, I had a better idea. What better way to film the actual palace when it's closed in the museum is by coming up here. So straight through there is the actual palace building where the king and the royal family lived. Really worth going in there and having a look. I did that yesterday. It was absolutely gorgeous. You've got one of the Wats, the temples over here, and then we've got another one just over here that we'll run past in a minute. But yeah, I just came up there to pay the fee for Phousi Hill. But I went up and captured the footage this morning, and it was closed, and of course I broke in. So yeah, very respectfully, I just opened the gate. Anyways, let's head back. Let's keep the sojourn a-moving. As with anywhere in Southeast Asia, as the famous Richard Hammond once said, if you don't have a bike, you're a nobody. Here is another of the king's Wats temples. Cupcha. All right, now we're all ridgy-dig. Let's go have a squiz. Would it be inappropriate to say any remarks about serenity in Bonnie Doon? Yep, do like it. Hats off. Always good for a quiet reflective moment out on a run. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. So we're going to head away from town now. I'm going to head back towards the hotel. We'll finish off down the night market street here, the main walking street. It is a real hustle and bustle. Once you hit sort of 8, 9 in the morning, she really livens up. And the spiritual capital of Laos becomes the tourist capital, which is what it's well known for. Yes, I forgot about this. Is the fruit and veggie market, the morning market, I should say. That was an interesting fish finger, quite literally. Yeah, this is the first time I've actually been to the morning market. We didn't get down here 4 weeks back. Yeah, wow. It is alive and electric. I guess things aren't going to go well for them. I don't know if those are snakes or eels. I'm assuming that was an eel. Wow, there's some interesting things that are no longer alive. All right, well, we've seen two different types of breakfast here this morning on this run. We've seen how the Westerners do it next to the Nam Cam, and where the locals get their produce from. I mean, Coles and Woolies price gouging, come to Laos, come to Luang Prabang, not a problem. Everything's here ready for you. Haven't had breakfast yet. My stomach's feeling a bit confronted by some of the dead things there, but you know, the veggies were fine. But yeah, never mind. I have a very intolerant stomach. It tends to only do good on hipster vegan food and things that are quite woke. Anyways, let's continue. That's the world famous Indigo House, which has the French bakery here. So my run is nearly over. Tour is nearly over. This is the start here of the night market walking street where all the action happens. I might add in lay over some footage that I've already taken off the night market. It is a busy intersection. Now I'm going to run back to the hotel. I'll get some footage there, but all I can say is one thing: visit Laos in 2024. And if you're so inclined, go onto the Western Wellness website, westernwellness.com.au, and join us for the Giving is Living yoga retreat. And yes, that was very much a paid sponsorship by me. Come and support the children of Laos and immerse yourself in heaven. Small things like the details will be included in the link below. Just on the run back to the hotel, and we've got ourselves a gorgeous monument to the president. We must check it out. Here we go, the president, 1909 to 1995. Lovely. That is gorgeous. We love a good monument here on Stu's Amazing Race. Absolutely. But for now, let's head back to the hotel. We're just down the road from it, and we'll sign off. There's a gorgeous view I have right at the front of the hotel over the back over towards Phousi Hill. You can kind of get a view of where we've just come from. All right, let's do it. And hello, we have made it back. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful. Thanks so much for watching. That was Stu's Amazing Race mini tour of Luang Prabang. And of course, yes, I have made this video specifically for our Western Wellness customers back in Melbourne, Australia, who would like to come and consider joining our Giving is Living yoga retreat. So of course there is Phousi Hill off into the distance. There she blows. That's where we started the run this morning, and we finish it here at the lovely Kiradara Resort, who's kindly looking after me for these last couple of days. So thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, share, check out the channel. I go on silly fun runs in lovely locations across the world. In fact, just last week I was running in New Zealand, in Dunedin, Invercargill, Christchurch and Wellington, running very close to Antarctica, and now of course I'm here in Indochina in Laos. So we do get around on the channel a bit here. We do our best to keep things interesting. So little fun runs in epic locations around the world. That is Stu's amazing race. So a bit of a cross-pollination here with my yoga studio, Wisdom Wellness. I hope you've enjoyed the highlights, the sights, the sounds of Luang Prabang Laos. Come and check it out. Stu from Laos is out.